Hey guys, it is Clay at CPAP My Way, cpapmyway.com. Today I am here to discuss the Solo Nasal Pillow and Nasal Cradle Mask with you. You may have seen the cradle. It's been out for a little while now. I didn't want to rush to do a video on it because I was really waiting for the pillow version to come out. You can see this cradle version here as well. You know, that's the kind of scoops underneath the nose, across the entirety of the underneath of the nose. And obviously the pillow is a bit of a hybrid style, and this one has a little bit of the cradle but also has the pillows there that give you that added level of comfort and seal. So instead of just doing one and the other, I kind of wanted to do them as a combo. So we've just got the nasal pillows. I'm excited about them. Probably 20 or 30 people have bought them so far, so we're getting some feedback, which I'm going to share with you in this video. But I'm also going to myself go over how to assemble this thing, how to maintain it, how to size it appropriately. Also, we're going to demonstrate it with the CPAP on here in a little bit. I've run the CPAP pressure up to an 11. Normally I tell you like 12 and under is good for pillows. Some people use pillow masks like this at really high pressures and do great. But I wanted you to have kind of a mid-level view. So I've got it set at an 11. I'm also going to show you a little hack that is really helpful for nasal pillow masks. It made a huge difference for me when I started trying it with and without this particular attachment. As always, we really appreciate the thumbs up if you like the content. Comment with any questions or things that you think that I should expand further on. I'm always happy to address those. And subscribe if you want more content. There will be links to all of this in the description below if you want to reference them, okay? All right, so let's start off with assembly and disassembly. Obviously, it hooks up to your hose right here at the swivel, little white swivel. But this is basically just three parts. The headgear is all one piece that snaps on and off of the frame right there. So you see these little orange clips. They just clip right onto the top of this mask frame where the cushion is on there. You hear it snap on and off. Additionally, your cushion snaps on and off really, really easily. This is a medium. The mask can come as a small, medium, or large pillow, or small, medium, or large cradle. Both of them can come as a fit pack, so you can get small, medium, and large of the pillows and small, medium, and large of the cradle. As far as maintenance on the mask, it's pretty darn simple. Everything is wash, warm, soapy water. It's really easy if you disassemble the whole thing to wash it, right? So inside the tubing, let it all air dry really, really well before you put it back together. When you're putting it back together, you'll notice if you try to put it on the wrong way, it's definitely not going to fit. You know, if you go upside down or if you go backwards, once you get it right, it just snaps right on there. Same with the actual cushion. There's no way to put that on upside down. It just genuinely doesn't look right. So once you get it lined up correctly, it snaps right back into place. All right, so as far as sizing goes on this particular mask, the size that it typically comes rigged with is a medium. It will also include the large and the small. You'll see the little very clear S, M, or L on the side. The small and the large will come in the pack as well. But the way they recommend sizing it is to start with the medium. If you get irritation on your nostrils, downsize to a small. If you get leaks when you're fitting it around the edge, go up a size. So that'll allow for a little bit of a clear-cut understanding as to which size you'll be without having to do some kind of measurement of the nose. On the cradle, there's a nice little gauge that you can print off. I'll put a link to that as well in the description. You print the gauge off and you just see how your nose fits in there, and it'll tell you whether you're a small, medium, or large. All right, so let's put this on the AirSense 11 here, and we'll try it out. Again, I've got the AirSense 11 set at a pressure setting of 11. Well, 11 on 11. All right, so when you're fitting this mask, the first thing you want to do is expand it all the way out. In the headgear, if you could see behind here, there's a little bit of a tensioner inside there that has these little grippies. As you push it back into place, it holds it in place, so there's no adjustments on the side. So you're always going to start furthest out, put it on your head like a regular mask, right? Orange part goes to the top of the head, gray part goes to the back of the head. You'll notice it's very far away from my nostril right now. We want to have it connected to the CPAP so that we can kick the pressure on. That helps seal your mask. So you notice I'm just going to slip it right into my nostril. I always get like a little wiggle, and then I pull these little flares on the side just to make sure it's on the outside of my nostrils. Then we are going to turn it on and show you here what the machine's running at. Okay, we're at 11. Hopefully you can see that. I've got the EPR setting on this, the exhalation relief setting, at a 3. I feel like with nasal pillows, that's typically where you want to be, because it is a little more difficult to exhale with nasal pillows. But you can hear the mask is really, really quiet. Exhalation is well diffused, so, you know, what am I, about 10 inches out, I can barely feel any air. But overall, a pretty darn quiet mask. While I'm at it here, I just want to show you one little piece. This little device is called a VCOM, and you notice it's got 4 little holes in there. It's designed to go in between the end of your CPAP tube and your CPAP mask connection. And what it does is it really helps slow down the flow without reducing the pressure, and it makes exhaling and operating it a lot easier. So I'm gonna kick that on. Actually, it was running there. That's funny, I didn't even realize it was going. I'll put a link to this little thing. You can see it just goes right in line right there. And I'm telling you, it is a massive difference on nasal pillows as far as exhaling. So whether you're using this Solo pillow or P10 or any other pillow, the VCOM is a really nice addition. All right, so as you can tell, a very nice mask. It fits well, it works well, it's quiet, obviously, as you could hear there in the video. I like this mask a lot, mainly because I loved the Brevita, which is kind of the predecessor of the nasal pillow style for Fisher and Paykel. We've had a ton of success over the years with that. This cushion is very, very similar as far as the pillow goes, and the cradle is also a really cool option. But I'm really excited about the pillow because this particular design that Fisher and Paykel has seals exceptionally well. It doesn't have any of the downsides to pillows, you know, rubbing the nostrils raw, because it also has, you know, the cradle on top of the pillow. So it's really dispersing the pressure exceptionally well underneath your nose. So you don't get as much irritation, and it seals really well because you've almost got 2 different forms of sealing, right? It's sealing around the nose as well as on the nares of your nostril there. So as far as the overall pros, I'd start off with just the ease of use. It is really, really simple because the auto fit headgear, as they call it, self-adjusts. So as you put it on your head, you set up the mask headgear correctly, orange up top, gray in the back. Then all you've got to do is put it in your nose and press it just a little bit, and the headgear holds it in place. So it is extremely easy to fit. You don't have to worry about adjustments of straps or Velcro wearing out or anything like that. You just press it to your nose. The other top thing that I've discussed a little bit already is that it's just really comfortable. The way it disperses the pressure on your nostrils and on your nose, it really keeps from causing that irritation that a lot of nasal pillows do, and it also helps from having leaks like a cradle would do, because it's a really hybrid design. You can also obviously put the cradle cushion in here, which is great, but to me, the pillow is really a nice option on this mask. The other thing that I've talked about is versatility, right? You can use it as a pillow, or you can use it as a cradle, right? So both cushions fit the same exact mask frame. So if you do get, you know, to where like it's irritating you on your nostrils or something like that, or you got a cold, or you know, whatever, you got some drainage, sometimes the cradle may actually be a better fit for you. So you can switch back and forth. It's a really nice feature. The other obvious thing I think that you probably noticed just in the video is that it's a really quiet mask to me. That is obviously an 11 centimeters of pressure. So it definitely does a good job of diffusing the exhalation, which makes it quieter, and it's also really nice for the bed partner not getting blasted in the face with your exhaled air. All right, so as far as the cons, there really isn't much, but we have had some feedback that people found it a little bit noisy. I don't think the noise that people are hearing is the exhalation, which is typically what people hear, but instead is it's just with any of these stretch tubes here, especially this one with it being so light and hollow, you can kind of hear some of the air moving through the tube. We hear that a lot on travel CPAPs as well. So that's the only noise I really heard, and I had it at an 11. You know, that's a pretty modest setting for pillows. But additionally, you can really help remedy some of that with this little VCOM. It also genuinely does a good job on travel CPAPs and noise reduction in line as well. So that may be something you want to check out if you're hearing some excess airflow noises. The other thing that people have reported, and I don't find this as a con to be flat out honest with you, but the auto fit headgear is just not something they like. They like to be able to pull the straps tight on the Velcro, and you know, it gives them the comfort of being able to adjust and loosen on their own, as opposed to relying on the pre-built tension level of the auto fit headgear here. I find that the auto fit headgear really holds it in the right place at the right pressure, and if you want to tighten it, all you got to do is push the mask against your face a little bit. But that concept sometimes I think bothers people because they're accustomed to tightening on their own. I think that's why this is a really good mask for new CPAP users, in addition to people that are struggling with, you know, an old style mask. But for new users, if this was all you started off with, you wouldn't know any different, and you'd probably think this is the way masks ought to be made. The final drawback is it's a little pricey. I think they're probably harder to get sometimes through insurance because the wholesale price is higher on it, and sometimes that restricts your ability to get it on the insurance side. And it certainly is something you're going to pay a little bit more here with us. If we can come up with some promo codes or coupon codes, I'll throw it in the description below so that you could get a little discount if we can work something out. But it is a little more expensive than some of the other models. It's just a really well-built mask. It's got a lot more features, obviously. This headgear and frame are not cheap. They're not made cheap, and they last a long time, but you're going to pay a little bit more for it. That's really the only drawbacks that people have reported. Overall, I think this is going to be an awesome mask for years to come. I'm excited about it because I love the nasal pillow predecessor, the Brevita, from previous years. It has been a great go-to mask for us. This new cushion makes is a lot smaller than the Brevita, and the new headgear and frame with the auto fit headgear is phenomenal. I think this is really going to be a top of the line nasal pillow masks. As always, we really appreciate the thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. Comment with any questions or concerns. If we can get a promo code or coupon code, I'll throw it in the description as well. There's links to everything we discussed there. Thank you for watching.